What's up, everybody? This is Lorenzo Valoria, and I've played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
I'm Thomas Darnell, and I have not played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but I have a few questions for you.
Give them to me, man.
Okay, first question. Campaign. Is it good? Is it long? What is it?
The campaign is what you would expect from a Call of Duty campaign, right? So you expect to go through a bunch of corridors, kill a bunch of dudes, basically in like a shooting gallery style where they're popping up and you're popping up and you're gunning them down and stuff. So all that happens, all it has all these big set piece moments where, you know, buildings are exploding and you're falling down and you're racing through canals on boats that have explosions going all around. So it's, you know, it's the big blockbuster AAA experience that you're.
Yeah, is it just a bunch on rails shooting most of the time, or are you going to be running around on your own path, or you?
Yeah, well, there's a few moments where instead of just walking down a corridor, you get this area that's kind of opened up, like a mini sandbox section. So there's one area specifically that was kind of just this mini sandbox where you had to stealth around and you got this grappling hook. So they basically turned you into Batman with a gun, and you could latch onto people Scorpion style from Mortal Kombat and pull them in and like snap their necks and stuff. So there's like cool little moments where you do things like that. And they give you more options on how you tackle objectives. So there was one moment where I had to take out these 3 anti-air guns, and I could really just do it any way I wanted. I could blow it up just with a rocket launcher or a grenade, or I could, you know, grab the guy, pull him out of it, jump inside, shoot the other guns with the gun that I had inside. And, you know, there's cool things where there's just a helicopter flying around. I could, you know, ignore it, run away from it, or I could, you know, grapple hook into the cockpit of it, you know, stand inside, shoot all the guys inside and jump out as it's spinning out of control and blowing up.
Now that's about the gameplay, but what about some Kevin Spacey? Because I hear he's in there.
Yeah, he's totally in it, and it's cool to have a face, you know, to the villain where, you know, everybody else kind of just blended into, like, who's this ominous guy who wants to destroy the world? This time it's Kevin Spacey, and it's kind of cool, but the story really is just by the numbers, and it's really, this guy wants to destroy the world, and we got to stop him. There's nothing really special about Kevin Spacey. He's just kind of there, and it's kind of neat to see him.
So he's just a face. He's nothing. He's nothing special. He's just Kevin Spacey, and they were like, oh, Kevin Spacey be Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Now that we got all our Kevin Spacey out of the way, let's talk some co-op.
Right, so co-op, unfortunately, just feels a little thrown together in this one. So from Treyarch you get the zombies, and from Infinity Ward there's now the extinction mode where there's aliens running around. In Advanced Warfare, all there is killing a bunch of regular gun-toting, like mech-wearing guys and drones and stuff.
So there's no like tower defense or anything like that, it's just kill a bunch of dudes?
Yeah, well, you get upgrades to your character, like you could buy new guns, upgrade that gun, you could increase your health and increase your damage and get all these different things. Buy score streaks that can, you know, help you out, like you know, put down turrets and that kind of thing. But it's really just you're playing on the multiplayer maps, so there's no new environments. You're using all the same guns, you're killing all the same enemies, so
they're not even like infected versions of the enemies or anything? They're just the same dudes?
Yeah, they're just the same dudes. So
well, that's lame.
Yeah, so it's all just, you know, let's put this here in this co-op mode, and, you know, here's a co-op mode for you. So there's nothing really special with it, and it's a little disappointing because the bar has been set so high because of the, you know, the zombies mode, and now the aliens are out there. I was kind of expecting something new, something cool, but, you know, you don't really get any of that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are expecting that. I think that they've really latched on to zombies. I feel like zombies especially they latched on to, but I think Extinction Mode was pretty popular too.
Yeah, so if you're looking forward to a, you know, really cool co-op mode, you're probably going to be disappointed with this one.
All right, well, now really on to the most important part, my favorite, the multiplayer.
Okay, so with the single player and the co-op, it's just kind of been, you know, mediocre, what you expect from Call of Duty. But with the multiplayer, they've changed a few things. Now you have this exosuit, which gives you all these different abilities. And the primary one that really changes the gameplay is your boosting. So, you know, in typical Call of Duty, you could sprint and dive down and do
Yeah, you're
little
sort of
hops
just
and-
stuck on the ground.
Yeah,
you can't really do much besides climb a wall or something like
Yeah,
that.
and you can't move very fast, but now with the exosuit, you get this dashing ability on the ground. You could jump up, double jump up in the air pretty high, and then, dash in any direction
So does it feel?
while you're in the air.
Yeah. So does it feel a lot more like a Titanfall movement and stuff like that? Because I know that was like one of the few things I really liked about Titanfall was dashing around everywhere and just leaning on the walls.
Yeah, you actually feel a little more mobile. You can't actually run on walls, but when you're up in the air, you could move in any direction. So it enables you to dodge gunfire, and there's all these special abilities where you could smash a guy, you could jump over him, and just do this ground pound and kill him outright just without firing a gun at all. And then there's all these additional exo abilities that are these temporary abilities that you equip on your loadout. So you could pop up a shield for 5 seconds that could absorb a whole barrage of bullets, or you could cloak yourself, add extra health, add extra speed, and these are all just quick temporary boosts that could potentially save you in a firefight. So a lot of these things, they change the gameplay up a little bit.
Okay, and then along with those exo abilities, is there any new modes or anything that they have in Advanced Warfare?
Yeah, so all that mobility allows them to be a little more creative with the matches. There's this new mode called Uplink, which is kind of like, think basketball with guns on a Call of Duty map. Basically, there's 2 goals. You get 1 ball, and you have to, take that ball and score. And, the goal is way up in the air, so it feels like you're dunking it every time you score, so it's pretty neat.
Sounds like basketball that I could watch.
Yeah, it's totally awesome. And then there's another new mode called Momentum, where it's sort of like tug of war with capture points. So you have to capture points all the way to the other team's spawn, so you're kind of just pushing this line of offense and,
Is
trying to
there
maintain your defense.
a defense and offense? Like if you capture your point, you can drive it toward yours, or is it just?
Yeah, both teams are trying to capture the same point at the same time.
Oh, okay. So let's get down to your individual character. Like, what about the customization for loadouts and all that stuff? Is it the same old style, or is there anything different about that?
Yeah, the customization is totally blown out in this one. So before you could change the look of your character, slightly in Ghost, you could, switch out the armor. In Advanced Warfare, there's a loot system. So after a certain amount of time, you'll earn these loot drops that come at you at the end of matches. So this box will just show up on your screen. You open it up, and all this random loot will pop out. So you could get armor pieces like helmets and gloves and pants and all that kind of jazz. You could get elite weapons, which are variations on the weapons that you unlock, but they have specific stats. So they're a little bit different, they function a little bit differently, and they have totally unique skins, so they look pretty cool. There's also points where you could, use the same gun. Like I unlocked a submachine gun early on, and I just used that gun for a long time. And then I earned marksman medals for that, and then at a certain level, I got a special version of that gun. So it looked, it had a special paint job. It had a little bit different stats. So you get rewarded in plenty of ways in the multiplayer.
Okay, well, after talking through all of that, what were your final thoughts on the game, and what score did you give it?
So you're not going to be surprised by the campaign or the co-op, but the multiplayer does offer something a little bit different. You got all the different boosting abilities, which totally changes the game. The customization is totally cool. The loot system is awesome. So if you're going into Call of Duty looking for multiplayer, this is the game to go to. Everything else, it might be a little bit disappointing, but I gave Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 4 out of 5 stars. For more on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, check out our YouTube channel and go to GamesRadar.com for our written review.